you need some kicking help or kicker sleepers, here's a few kickers that are probably available in a bunch of your leagues, and they can help you this week if you need one. The first guy's Cody Parkey of the Cleveland Browns. Parkey's got a great matchup this week versus the New York Jets that give up the second most fantasy points to kickers. I know Parkey's been struggling the last 2 weeks now with missed PATs and stuff, but this week versus the Jets, I think he could get it together. Last week, it was a windy ball game versus the Giants on Sunday Night Football, but this is a 1 o'clock ball game versus the Jets. The Jets, like I said, they give up the second most fantasy points to kickers, and Parkey, I think he could have a sneaky game in this one, and he's available in 99% of fantasy leagues. The second kicker is Michael Badgley of the Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley, he's not a good kicker in my opinion this season. He's missed a lot of easy shots and a lot of extra points as well. So Badgley, this week I'm recommending him as a sleeper because he's got a good matchup versus the Denver Broncos that give up the most fantasy points to kickers. Badgley, he's available in 80% of fantasy leagues, and he's been struggling a lot. But if you really need to take a swing for someone deep a kicker, Badgley I think could have a decent game since Denver gives up the most points to kickers. And the third and final kicker, I have a sleeper this week's Alfred Rosas of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rosas, he was a Pro Bowler a few seasons ago with the New York Giants, and now he's going to be the kicker for the Jacksonville Jaguars after coming off an injury on and off most of the season. And this week he's got a matchup versus the Chicago Bears that give up the 15th most fantasy points to kickers. Rosas, we know he's got a long boot where he could kick it from 50 plus yards, and in this game versus Chicago, I think he could have one or two of those possible long field goal attempts, and he's also available in 99% of fantasy leagues. So that's a few kickers here I have as sleepers heading into week 16.